Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hey, so in today's video, we're going to be discussing why is it that the rich seem to get richer each and every single year, while the poor, on the other hand, seem to not only continue to stay poor, but continue to also get poorer and poorer with each and every passing year. So that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So hey, if you're new here and you're not already subscribed to this channel, look on the bottom right side of your screen, find that red subscribe button, give that red subscribe button a quick tap for me, so that way you'll be notified by YouTube each and every time I upload a video. And then just show your support for my channel, here on YouTube, by finding that thumbs up button down below. Smash that thumbs up, give this video a like. It just shows your support for me here on YouTube and helps these videos reach a wider audience. I'd really appreciate your support. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. Alright, you guys, so look, I would really like to get your guys' personal opinion down in the comment section below this video about why is it that you guys personally believe that the rich continue to get rich or get richer and the poor continue to stay poor and get poorer as well. So head down to the comment section below this video and drop me some comments and let me know what it is, the reason that you guys believe that the rich continue to get rich and that the poor continue to stay poor and continue to get poorer. So I would really be interested to see what your guys' personal views are on why this happens. So with that being said, here we go, and I'm going to tell you now my opinion about why I believe that the rich continue to get richer and the poor continue to stay poor and get even more poor as time goes on year after year. Alright, you guys, so look, the reason why I believe the rich continue to get richer each and every single year comes down to this right here. And that's that the rich are investors into wealth building type assets. Now, a few examples of some wealth building type assets that will cause them to not only, that these investors and these rich and wealthy people have invested into that cause them to become wealthy, as well as to continue to, grow their net worth each and every single year, causing them to become richer. Well, three really great examples is going to be like by investing into the stock market and whatever different type of asset class, within the stock market. That could be like individual stocks, ETFs, index funds, whatever it is, but nevertheless, they're invested in the stock market. They're also invested into, businesses. So they're either buying businesses and owning them outright, or just being, partial, owner or even an investor into a business. And as that business goes up in value, that grows their net worth as well. And then also you're going to find that these people that are getting richer each and every single year, that are the rich and wealthy, that they're also owning real estate. And that could be real estate of all different types. That could be single family homes, it could be vacation properties, all different forms of real estate. But nevertheless, these three different type of asset classes, businesses, stock market, and real estate, are going to be very commonly held in these portfolios of people that are getting richer and richer each and every single year. Because at the end of the day, these asset classes that I'm talking about right here, these are wealth building type assets. And because the rich and wealthy own these type of wealth creating, net worth growing type of assets, well, because they're investors in those and they own those type of assets, well, typically these asset classes are going to go up in value each and every year. And this happens regardless of whether the investor adds more to the portfolio. Like, they don't have to buy more stock, or they don't have to buy another property or invest into another business in order for their net worth to go up in value year after year. Because these particular type of assets, they're going to perform each and every year. Now, it doesn't mean, yes, that they're guaranteed to go up every single year, but overall, they have a tendency to, go up at least a little each and every single year. If you're invested into a good, a good business or a good stock or a good piece of, real estate, they're typically going to go up in value over time. So by these rich people, by these rich and wealthy people being invested into, these asset classes and making, investing into these investments, well, then this is why they're getting richer each and every single year that goes by. Because even if they don't invest another dollar, for 5 years, they're going to, no matter what, get richer and richer every single year. And why? It's because they own assets that are going up in value over time. So without even lifting a finger, without getting up and going to work or doing anything, They're simply getting richer and richer because they own assets, and the assets is going to be the thing that causes them to get, it's going to cause their net worth to grow, which in return means that they are getting richer year by year. All right, you guys. So before we go ahead and start talking about why it is that the poor continue to stay poor and why they are also getting poorer each and every year that goes by, I want to go ahead and offer you guys a chance for you to start investing, so then that way you will be one of the rich who is getting richer each and every single year. And you're going to do that by heading down to either the pinned comment in the comment section below this video or into the description box of this video. Down below, I'm going to put a link to the investing platform M1 Finance, and this is a really great investing platform for you to start investing into the stock market, because like we mentioned in this video, investing into the stock market is one of the wealth building assets that will cause you to build wealth and continue to get richer and richer each and every single year. And I want to make this offer to you guys to allow you guys to start investing if you're not already, or maybe you're just looking for another really great investing platform to use. Maybe you're not that happy with the one that you are using. And M1 Finance is a really great investing platform. So head down to either the comment section below this video, click that link in the pinned comment, or head down to the description box as well, and I will put the link there as well to the investing platform M1 Finance, and start your investing journey today. So now with that being said, let's go ahead and start discussing why it is that I personally believe the poor are continuing to stay poor, as well as why they are getting poorer and poorer year by year. Alright, you guys, so now we're talking about why it is that the poor continue to stay poor and why they are also getting poorer and poorer each and every year that goes by. So what it ultimately comes down to is this: the reason why the poor continue to stay poor and get poorer each and every year is because the poor, unlike the ones who are rich and wealthy and who continue to get richer and wealthy every year, the poor are not invested into assets of any kind. Now, that alone is bad enough, but this is what makes it even worse. So, what it comes down to is that the poor take their hard-earned income, and then they go ahead and take it and take that money and then spend that money on just stuff. And stuff falls under, a wide range of, products or services, or, things like vacations and, phones, and they, like just stuff, things that they see that just sparks their interest or that was very well marketed to them. They go out and spend their money on those things, and it's just, at the end of the day, this stuff has no real value, and it's definitely not going to cause their net worth to go up in value whatsoever. If anything, it's going to cause their net worth to go down, because the stuff really has no real meaningful value besides whatever the person, however much they appreciate it after they purchased it, right? Then on top of that, as if that was not bad enough, then the poor takes their hard-earned income on top of buying stuff, goes out and spends their hard-earned income on purchasing liabilities. This is going to be things like, jewelry, or like, buying cars, whether that's new cars or used cars or whatever, things that are going to cost them money both to purchase it, but then it's also going to cost them more money over time to maintain it. And, the liabilities at the end of the day are like a killer for the poor, because you already don't have any real wealth of any kind, and you going out there and making purchases of liabilities is killing, really just killing your potential for you to even get rich and wealthy. Because it's still like, if you go out and make a car purchase and now you have a car payment, rather than you have now income to like save and invest and to buy assets, well, now that very money that would be going towards, assets that would have caused you to, build wealth over time, instead your money is going into something like a liability that is not only not building you wealth, but even worse, it's going down in value. So ultimately, like, at the heart of it all, the thing that keeps poor people poor is that they are not investors into wealth building assets. So essentially, because you do not have any assets that will go up in value, over time, causing you to build wealth, then essentially you cannot build wealth, because it takes the assets to build wealth. It takes some type of asset, whatever it is, the stock market, real estate, or a business, or some other type of asset class, because there is other assets that you can invest into that can contribute to you becoming, rich and wealthy and will allow you to get richer and richer year by year. But at the end of the day, the poor are not investors of any kind, and even worse, they spend their money on stuff, and they spend their money on, liabilities, things that eat away at their income and cost them their income, and even worse, on top of it costing them their income, then that thing that they've spent the money on goes down in value. So it makes it basically worthless at the end of the day. So it's a terrible way for the poor to spend their money, because it's like a lose scenario for the poor, and the rich make it a priority for them to redirect their income immediately into investments, because they realize the only way I'm ever going to grow and build my wealth is going to be by me becoming an investor, because investors get rich at the end of the day. People who are consumers, who are spending all of their income on buying stuff and buying liabilities, they stay broke. And this is the reason why I say the rich get richer and the poor stay poor and get poorer. And also, really quick, another contributor to the poor staying poor is because the poor also have to face inflation. Now, I'm not saying that the rich don't face inflation, but it hurts the poor even more because they don't have anything to help keep up with inflation or outpace inflation. At the best case scenario, the poor is looking for a pay raise at their job. And so they get a pay raise, but typically at best, that pay raise is just going to either meet the cost of living, of inflation. So it's inflation goes up by 2%, 2.5%, and then they get a raise of maybe 2, maybe even 1%. So it's a lot of times when they get their raise, the raise doesn't even equal the cost of living, increase. So when inflation goes up, it essentially cancels out and defeats the purpose of the person even getting a raise. So in theory, yes, you're making more money on paper, but in reality, that money is not going to spend as far as it used to because inflation has happened, year over year. So basically you have the poor year after year spending their money on things that are basically a waste of money, and then spending their money on also things that are costing them money and going down in value. And then even worse, basically when it's all said and done, it's costing them even more and more year after year or year over year to purchase and spend their money on these things. So this is why they stay poor and continue to get poor year over year, and the rich get richer each and every single year, even if they don't do anything, because they're invested into wealth building assets that are going to go up in value over time for them. So hey, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you guys did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share this video with someone, and hey, if you guys are not already investing, or like I said, if you're looking for a new investing platform to start investing into the stock market so that way you won't be one of the poor, head down to either the pinned comment in this comment section below and click that link to M1 Finance, and you can also find that link as well in the description box of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.